ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your channel, Sidescrape here. Today we're looking at a World of Tanks review, the AC1 Sentinel tank, tier 4, British medium tank, premium, equivalent of £4.50, £5, I'm not sure the exact amount, to buy from the store. First off, look at the elephant in the room. I refer to this tank as a butt plug due to the simple fact of these here, which are machine gun covers, just to make sure during transportation anything else it's not damaged and such. So Australia, 1940, World War II, well underway. The British had their bums kicked. I lost a lot of the gear back at Dunkirk, and they started to look at designing their own tank in case something went wrong. Well, the British could have supported Australia because it was part of the Commonwealth with tanks and such, but it's a long way to get the boats across there, and obviously with Europe being taken over by the Germans, Britain would have stood on its own, so they would have had to look at getting food from elsewhere, and it would have been hard enough just to maintain tanks to rebuild our own force rather than without actually building something for the Australians. So the Australians got Colonel W.D. Watson MC, a UK artillery officer with many years' experience in tank design, provided by the UK, and they basically went across to America and looked at the base chassis, and their power plant in the back is all designed on the M3, and it's been really mated with a Crusader British style of tank on the top. Had an operational range of 150 miles, 3 Cadillac V8 engines, so it's a pretty beastly tank. As you can see from the top right hand side, it does say 60.4 kilometers an hour. Now, you're not really going to see that. One thing that this tank does suffer with is a low engine for weight variance. You can get to 60, mainly going downhill like most tanks. Going uphill you'll find it quite sluggish, but you do hit 30 quite easily, as we'll see going forward. One of the main issues, I know Jingles did a review on this recently, and he didn't like it because the bloom of the gun as soon as you fire. It takes 2.11 seconds for the gun to reload, but if you're looking at the gun, it takes 2.7 seconds for aiming time. So with a really good crew, it still takes beyond the time. So if you want to just keep your finger on fire and discharging your shells, you'll end up where the bloom is always increasing. It'll never reduce to the smallest size, so it will not always be that accurate. But yeah, I want to just tell you one thing now. This tank I found is really, really good, to be honest with you. Yep, it doesn't do much damage. The damage on the gun is 45 damage per shell. If you're fighting in a tier 4 game against other tier 4s, you are king. You can absolutely annihilate a lot of people with this. 65mm of armour at the front, and then you've got 45 around the back and sides, but the turret itself has got 65 again. Now it's got quite a nice little slope. It's an all-in-one casting with the hull, so it's not in sections like you do with some of the American tanks. It's got quite a nice angling to be able to bounce off, and it's got quite a thick plate where the butt plug is. Aim for the turret though, you can see it's got, like the Crusader, it's got a problem where it's got very flat sides. It's got a very flat angled surface, so the shell will just pierce. So the main thing you want to be doing is going hull down, literally riding the ridges. The battery penetration is not too bad. So tier 4, you are king. Tier 5, yeah, you're doing okay. You may have to use a little bit of gold, but when you get to tier 6, you want to be staying back and playing from a backfield rather than up front and trying to brawl with people. It's not such a bad gun for accuracy. As you can see, it's 0.3 dispersion at 100 meters, double for 200 meters, etc, etc. So I'm going to show you a mastery game now. It's my second game in the tank, and then we're going to look at a live match just to see how things go. Okay, let's get into it. Right, so first off, we're on Tundra. We're top tier really, as it is when you first start playing with tanks for the first 4 or 5 games. You'll normally end up playing a top end. Now, I nearly died at quite a few points with this tank. It's a new tank. I think it was the first day the tank actually came out when I was playing on this. Literally my second game, and I wasn't sure how the tank would perform. I'm going to go through a couple of uphill places, which is quite a good area really, quite a good video, to be able to show you the performance of this vehicle. So you can see straight away we're up to 30 kilometers an hour, which isn't such a bad speed, is it, over this standardised ground. You see some of the chat messages coming up as double format. I think it's just something to do with the recording. I've seen it with a few other people. So we've got 65mm penetration all the way around. So she's looking like quite a nice little tank. You can see the really, can't you, the slight view for the M3, for the lower section of the tank. When you are in this vehicle, if you're playing in a city or it's an area where you know you can get really up close and personal and just brawl with somebody, and you're able to just shoot into somebody's midriff, you're going to absolutely rip them a new one, because the gun fires so fast and it's at such a good speed that you won't have to wait for the reticle to zoom in at 2.7 seconds when the gun fires at 2.1 seconds. The gun will just be going bop 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 and firing away. So in real life he was only able to carry 130 shells, which is still pretty decent for this. Like, the height of the vehicle is 8 foot 4 inches or 2.56 metres. There we go. Some chap went and hit us from a Cruiser 2. No damage caused. The treads in this vehicle are not very thick, so HE will, as normal, detract the vehicle but will not cause much of a splash. Time 95, went for a shot, didn't cause any damage. Now look at this gun is singing here. I'm not having to wait for the full reticle to be zoomed out because I'm in such a range, quite close to the guy, so I'm able to put shot after shot after shot into him. That 2.1 second reload is pretty formidable. I was trying to get a shot on that medium M2 down there. Fired a nice shell at me. So what Type 95 is doing. Must have another chap round back of us. Ah yes, just going for the kill. Never stick yourself out where you're going to get damaged just to be able to get a kill. It's pointless. So now I'm getting a bit nervous because there's 3 tanks. We just lost one of ours, and I started thinking, right, if I back up here and we get them to come around the corner, but obviously one of our friendlies decided to keep on engaging them, so they're not going to come out to me. So got a chap going left, 2 chaps on my right. They're trying to divide and conquer, and I need to remove that. So far, what damage have we done? 483 damage. I'm now side scraping the vehicle quite nicely. So his point of perspective is basically that. So he's no chance of being able to penetrate. The typos. If I can remember correctly, he was actually firing HE. I'm not sure what this chap's doing. This vehicle, yeah, could be classed as a seal clubbing vehicle if you're quite skilled, but I quite like playing low tier games. You know, when I've got my kids here, you don't really have to worry about a lot of things. Now it's 4-8. Enemy's winning. They've gone for cap. Now I'm thinking, right, what do I need to do now? I need to get back to cap circle, try to help the Valentine AT, which is requesting help, but this vehicle is so slow. Look at the way it's chugging up this hill. It reminds me of, like, I'm going to say the T95, but that's so worse. So much worse, sorry. At 3 kilometers an hour I'll be doing up this hill. So I'm hitting 10 kilometers. So what I mean by the vehicle does say it does go 60, but the engine is just pretty underwhelming. Not every game you're going to get a real stylish wish damage level from it, but a lot of times, as long as you don't come up against Matilda, you'll be able to kick ass with this vehicle. Excuse me for saying ass again. Start moving up, trying to get as much damage as I can do. 2 guys have been removed from the cap circle, so I'm going to try to remove some of the other damage threats. What's 981 damage so far? So me and a 1T95 left. T95 is behind me, so I'm not having to worry about those chaps and Cruiser 4 coming down the back. Trying to go for decaf, and I managed to get it. Sweet. One of the biggest things there was I could have lost the match, but if I would have tried to go down the hill and then drive back up the hill at the other side and try to get shots on them, I wouldn't have been able to do it in that minute time. Now I'm hoping I'll be able to do it in 33 seconds. And one of the other things I was thinking, because I've got 6 guys left, hopefully they may just come and try to kill me. And they did. Looks like they want to kill us here. Sweet. 4 kills, 1100 damage. And these guys obviously don't know how to engage the Sentinel tank, so later on when people know, things are different. Excuse me. Still going for cap, so I need to kill this guy quick and smash this other guy down. going to go for his 5th kill. Now I can see the T-46 hiding behind the rock. I've got plenty of time now. All I have to do is just take my time, get in there and decap. Bosh. So as you can see, there are a lot of shots are bouncing off my vehicle, even from the back. This guy's shooting in my ass. He's not able to do much. Up to 7 kills. Now, I know there's a Type 95 and a T127 that can cause some problems with me. I know the T127 with gold will cause significant damage as well as a Type 95. As long as they come on together. I make some real rookie mistakes in a minute, as you'll see. I'm trying to engage these guys. I end up trying to type and it causes me a lot of problems because I just cannot multitask. I'll blame the meds. I'm not wanting to go too far away from my own cap because I knew that one of them would probably, like they are now, will start trying to cap. If I would have gone to their cap circle and halfway there was no way I would have been able to return if I started capping, so I just want to stay around my own zone. This Type 95 should have really linked in with the T127 before doing something like this. So if he gets another lucky shot, he would have caused me some significant damage, which would have allowed the T127 to possibly kill me. Now, somebody was asking me in chat a couple of minutes ago, what's the tank like? So I'm sat here thinking, yeah, I'm safe. You know, all they said was, is it good? I remember sitting and it was in dark at the bedtime just saying, yeah, it's fine, it's good, it's very good. I tried to correct it and that time I nearly got killed. Haha, what an idiot. Let's go back to results page. So, mastery, 41k credits, 3101 experience, Hand of God, so survive and win the battle having received damage from at least 4 enemy vehicles, bruiser, duelist, fire for effect, shellproof, defender, cool-headed, steel wall, high caliber, so cause damage must be at least 20%, and top gun. Looking at the experience earned, at 1378, and damage cause, which is the highest at 1658. Obviously, a lot of the tanks were tier 3s. I'm not saying it was a fantastic game. I've got a lot of experience under my belt, and the tank was new out. There's many different factors in there, but no matter what, the tank performs really quite well when you get to a decent tiering. Tier 4, tier 5s. Tier 4 preferable. Tier 5, yeah, not too bad. Tier 6, it'll cost you a bit. So I still made some nice little credits, which isn't bad for a £4.50 tank or £5 or whatever the value is of this vehicle. I was quite chuffed with the amount of coinage I was able to make. Obviously, I'm not going to reciprocate this sort of damage level on all occasions, so if you're looking at an average of 800 damage, you'd be getting about 20k silver. Let's get on to a live game now, shall we? So, tier 5, going to ask for better matchmaking there, really, can I? Apart from obviously the T14 and the KV1S are going to be very hard for me to be able to penetrate with standing ammunition. What's it? 81 penetration, 88 penetration. I'm going to try to go down to FE5ish and try to get some shots across in case they try rushing. Right there. Look at the Spears vehicle now. It's going 30, not too bad. Hitting a small vehicle knocks off 1 to 2 kilometers an hour, which says quite a lot when the vehicles are made of paper. Even like little trees and such will slightly slow you down. Shooting on the move? Don't really know. No. I don't think so. I don't want to shoot right now. Oh, I could have gone. With you losing speed while going through little vehicles, it just says to me straight away that you've got a bit of power loss, or lack of power. So I'm going to try to move a bit further up. This KV1S is by my side, so I normally wait where I was just then, but there's a lot of our chaps coming down. Oh, dear me. See the reticle then, even though I was aiming for it. Oh, still missed. Need to aim in, still missed. I didn't aim in enough. 2.7 seconds when the guns reload is pretty substantial for this thing. Slightly too high as well. Oh dear. Stay, laddie, stay. Yes. Connection. So 86 damage, just only 2 hits, about 5 shells fired maybe. Maybe more. These guys back up a touch, I'll be able to get some shots into their arse. Nope, I'm not playing ball. Looks like KV1S is slight damage to our left, so I'm going to load up gold. Doesn't take long. I'm pushing around the back of these guys. Probably end up getting nailed here, but I want to see how I perform against the group. So, first kill. Well, as you can see, somebody who's got like a big derpy gun of 50 damage or something like that is going to be able to cause significant damage compared to what I can. 2 shots, I'm nearly down. Well, this guy is able to chew at me piecemeal. Quick, 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 quick. No, don't. Dagnamit. Dagnamit. I was able to do 316 damage, which isn't too bad for this vehicle. I did use a wee bit of gold. What, 5 shots? Whatever. It's not such a bad vehicle, but the engine being a bit underwhelming, I'm not really going to be able to get into another engagement with these guys. There's no way my reticle will be able to aim in quick enough to get this guy over here, so let's go for some loser points. And that's game over. Looks like I'm out of time for one more quick game, and then we'll wrap up. Now, I do believe this vehicle is viable, and it is, for me, a lot of fun. Not because I'm seal clubbing, but it's just a nice vehicle to drive. It's something different. As you can see, I've only done 14 games anyway, so not too bad in the placement and game. Cash wise, I spent a wee bit because of the ammo. How much is the ammo actually? 1200 pieces. Let's go for the next game. Possibly see a tier 6 now, and you'll see how it actually feels at the top end. If not, we may do a bit of clubbing again. So with any tank, it's, I don't know, it's something about you might actually enjoy playing, something that's good. Like this match is going to be good actually. Look how much damage potential I have with these, with the mediums and light tanks that are in this game. I should be able to cause a massive amount of damage. So, where do we think they're going to go? Should we go towards F4, or should we go towards A8? Or D6. I think I'm going to go straight down to F6. You've seen that the vehicle doesn't have that much power when it goes uphill and such, so I don't really want to be trying to get up, drive over the hills, and I really don't want to be messing with that Matilda. Somebody who is really bad at the game will still be able to do a catastrophic amount of damage just because the Matilda is such a good vehicle. My penetration values are quite poor. Penetration requirements is 75 mil against the Matilda. I do have the basic levels at 88 or 121, but shot for shot I'm not going to be able to beat them, because of my damage of what, 45 is so low. And if you're thinking about the potential damage output that they can find, I've got to pop around the corner and wait 2.7 seconds for my reticle to aim in. Yes, it's not going to bode well. Like anybody, like a Hetzer, if I come across him, that could hurt. I'm going to wait for our guys to get out a bit more. As you can see, it's only me and the Panzer 4A who's come down this way. Yeah, jolly good. It just beneath the bottom F3. Is anyone caring? I'd like to know how to edit that, to be honest. Snapshot. Oh, Elector. I want to kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. So 3 shots off the back. Pretty accurate. I don't want to push in too much. They know where I am now. Hopefully some of these guys are going to come toddling around the corner. The Elector and the Hetzer, depending on what guns they've got, can cause me a wee bit of trouble with the damage output. 1 shot, 2 shot. There we go, artillery. Seriously. Epic. So love artillery. Makes the game so much more fun. Oh, you spawn little sausage. No way. That could have been good. That would have been fun actually. I wonder how it's come so close. That's probably a new chap, isn't it? But 1 shell, 201 damage. Obviously it's artillery, it's going to do more damage, but and most vehicles that you're going to come up against, they're going to cause you quite a lot of damage. I'm going to push in here and see what else I can get rustled in. See if I get shots into this tank to my left. Yep. Oh, went for a track shot, no damage. Don't know why I did a track shot, to be honest. Try to keep him in place for the guys to go, but obviously the health levels, it's not like they've got a significant amount of health. 1 or 2 shots and they're dead. So again, not too bad at all. But waiting for this reticle is a pain, but it's not too bad, to be honest. I was able to get a kill then on side shot. It wasn't too bad really, was it? 1.5 seconds, it still managed to hit. Obviously rolling the dice when you allow it to do that. Looks like the last 2 tanks are probably AFK up here, so hopefully I'll get a shot in and I'll look at my engine 20 kilometers an hour. This is kind of a road, you know. It's like bushes and trees and such in front of you, and it still causes it some problems. Come on baby, get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Come on! Come on, you slow ass sausage, you. I see them 2s down the bottom. Oh god, I've got no chance of getting up there for those chaps. I can't get over to loser points neither before they'll probably kill him. Here he is. I think I'll go to the right. Go on, quick, 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 quick. Oh, dear me. Well, 377 damage caused. I don't know. 22 shells fired, 27 or so. Let me know what your thoughts are for this tank, guys. I like it. If anybody wants to squad up, then fine. If I come up against you one of these tanks, I'd love it. If I can get a room of 15, 30 people in there, I'd love it again. Damage was not astronomical. Placement was bad, but the engine, it's a bit underwhelming. It does struggle a wee bit, you know. But we did get, what, 2 kills in there. Halfway at the board, and we got a win, so that's all that matters. As you can see from the bottom left hand side, my win rate in this vehicle is 67. The average damage is 537. So you can see from the average from 15 games, 537 damage is not massive, is it? But it's not crap neither. It's still pretty decent because you've got fairly good decent tank. But the butt plug is nice. Not a real butt plug, but the actual vehicle. I definitely recommend, if you want to get a tank in the lower tiers, if you want to get a British medium tank, then this is a viable vehicle. Check out the test server. Let me know. Platoon up with me in game. I am on the EU as well as the NA server. Primarily the EU server. Let me know what you want to see. If you want to see some different tanks, some other premium tanks, hey, I've got a few. Let's have a goose. I don't know how many premium tanks I've got. Just to go quick through some of them. So for the tier 8 side of it, oh look at this! I've got a lovely skin for this bad boy. My Type 59. I don't do too well in it, but I absolutely love the vehicle. How cool does that look? So there's quite a different few choices of vehicles that I can put out there for you guys to see. I'm going to be doing some competitions as well when I get back into doing videos. I know I only make about £3 a month or something, so I'll look at doing 1 little tank a month videos. Whatever I make, I'll just chuck back at you guys. Now, I am looking at, just quickly, just to finish off, wanting to find out what do you guys think about maybe. Let me know what tanks you want to see in the future. I'm going to be doing some squad-based groups. I want to try to do a couple of different films as well, short films, which I'll chuck into another video. I'm also thinking about creating a community just for people to come play. I play in the Xbox One World of Tanks as well as World of Tanks Here's World of Warships, and I want to start having a bed not for to snide away from other people, but I want to create a community where we can all start playing together. You know. Anyway, there'll be some more information coming up soon. I'll see you out there. Take care. All the best. Keep fighting.